Welcome back to the Unreal DMX Tutorial Series, where we go over the basics of building a basic stage, connecting Unreal DMX fixtures, and work our way to program a simple lighting show. In the last session, we installed the Dot2 lighting software, took a quick tour of the interface, and patched the console. In this part of the series, we'll connect Unreal and Dot2 using a network DMX protocol called streaming ACN. Create the DMX patch using GDTFs, and link the virtual fixtures to Unreal's DMX patch. Last time we ended off by creating a simple test look, so we have a visual indicator when the consoles and fixtures are linked. The first step is telling the Dot2 which network card to use when sending streaming ACN. Press Setup, go to Network Interface, and select Loopback. Press OK when prompted to restart. The Dot2 will now use the internal IP of your machine. No matter what PC you use, the local IP or local host is always 127.0.0.1. If that sounds confusing, don't worry, just follow along. Now that Dot2 knows where to send streaming ACN, we have to enable it. We'll enable ArtNet too. It's another DMX protocol like streaming ACN, just for good measure. Go to Setup, Network Protocols, and enable both ArtNet and streaming ACN. The green tick means it's working from the desk side. We're done with the Dot2 for now. Let's head to Unreal and establish the connection. We need to tell Unreal where to listen for DMX. Go to Edit, Project Settings, scroll to DMX under the Plugins section. Under Input Ports and Output Ports, you'll see some default entries. Let's clear this out to avoid any confusion. Delete everything under both Input and Output Ports. Now hit the plus button to add a new input port. Change the protocol to streaming ACN. You can check what network options you have by clicking here. Your list will vary depending on your Wi-Fi or network connections. And notice the network is already 127.0.0.1. the local host we mentioned earlier. Let's see if Dot2 is sending to Unreal. Unreal has a handy DMX tab at the top. Click it and open Activity Monitor. Yours may already be working. Mine is not, and that's a good thing, because now I can show you what to do when the virtual gremlins attack. Usually this is caused by a firewall blocking the connection between Unreal and Dot2. Press the Windows key and search for firewall. The simplest fix is to turn your firewall off. Do this at your own risk. As for me, screw it, YOLO. Still no luck. This is also good news, because now I can show you what to do when the virtual gremlins go full assault. The method that has worked for me every time is using my actual network interface instead of localhost, your Wi-Fi or your Ethernet IP. If you're watching this online, you definitely have a connected network port. Head back to Dot2. Press Setup, Network Interface, and select your connected network. For me, I'm using Wi-Fi because apparently my child needs the faster network for school and it's important or whatever. Hit OK to restart. Make sure that Dot2 is now using the newly selected network. Go to Setup, Network Protocols, confirm both green ticks. Look at the IP address under Streaming ACN. We'll need that in Unreal next. Back to Unreal, go to the Project Settings, DMX, and change the Network Interface IP to match the Dot2's IP that we saw earlier. If it doesn't appear, restart Unreal. Ta-da! Unreal is now receiving DMX. Close the window. Unreal doesn't automatically know how to interpret the DMX it receives. We need to recreate the patch inside Unreal so it matches the lighting desk. Otherwise, Unreal will see it as random gibberish. Remember to stay organized. Create a new folder called DMX. Right-click, DMX, DMX Library. Name it My First Show. Open it. On the first page, you'll see it already points to the port we created earlier. Go to Fixture Types, it's blank. Go to Fixture Patch, also blank. We need a reference library so we can understand what this should look like. Let's look at the DMX library used in the demonstration from Lesson 1. Go to the main content directory, DMX template, DMX, DMX library fixtures. Go to the fixture tab. Look at all these configured fixtures. Moving head, LED wash, moving mirror. Each one contains the exact recipe for what the fixture is and how the DMX footprint is structured. Under Fixture tab, you can see how they're laid out in the universe. Back to fixture types. Look at the right. Here you can see how each channel is allocated. More functions equals more channels. Looking at the moving head, it has channels for color, shutter, dimmer, gobo, frost, focus, pan, tilt, and zoom, totaling 11 channels. These attributes need to match the Dot2 patch exactly. You can recreate fixture types manually, which gives lots of customization. If you've built profiles before, this all makes sense. If you haven't, you might feel the urge to say, this is bull, I'm out. To that, I say, don't worry, I got you. There's an easy way to get fixture profiles so you don't have to create them from scratch. The magic of GDTFs. Open your browser and go to gdtfshare.com. Create an account, sign in, accept all the cookies because cookies are lit. At the top, click Find Fixture. In part 3, I was very specific about the fixtures we patched. Rogue Robin Pointy, Rogue Robin 600 LED wash, a generic IRGB can. This was on purpose. They're common in the industry and easy to find on the GDTF website. Search for the Robin Pointy. Pick the one from Rogue Lighting. We used mode 1. Look at all the DMX modes we don't have to build manually. Bonus. GDTFs contain multiple modes in a single download. Nice. Click the tiny microscopic download icon next to the heart and save it somewhere where you can find it. Search for Rogue 600 wash. Download it. Search for IRGB. This last one is special. I couldn't find it, so I made it just for you. I know. I shouldn't have, but I did. Download the Unreal Ready version. Done with the website. Back to Unreal. Navigate to your DMX folder. Create a new folder called GDTFs. Open it and drag all the downloaded GDTFs in. Save all. Open your DMX library. Go to Fixture Types. Right-click, New Fixture Type. Scroll to GDTF Source. Select the IRGB file. Boom, it's created. You can see the attributes on the right. Repeat this step for the pointies. And repeat the step for the 600 LED wash. Now, Unreal understands what fixtures we're using. Next, we have to match the patch so Unreal knows where each fixture sits in the DMX universe. Save, then go to Fixture Patch. You might be asking yourself, where can we find the DMX patch? Well, from the Dot2 software. Head back to Dot2. Press Setup, Patch and Fixture Schedule. This is the patch we created in the last session. Look at the Patch tab. LED Can 1, 1.001. The 1 is the universe, The numbers after the dot is the address. The IRGB fixtures are patched first. Head back to Unreal. Click Add Fixture. Choose IRGB. Set Universe Address to 1.1. Patch 4. Perfect. They line up exactly with the Dot2 patch. Next are the pointies. Make sure Mode 1 is selected. Universe 1.17, Patch 6. Finally, the Robin 600 LED washers. Add Fixture, select the 600 wash, Mode 2, Patch 6. To double check, I like to look at the last address of the last fixture and compare it to Dot2. The 600 LED wash ends at Universe 1 address 266. Back to Dot2. Scroll. Yep, nailed it. If your patch doesn't match, shame on you. You obviously skipped ahead. Just trace your steps. It's usually patching the wrong mode or adding the wrong fixture count. Make sure your test look is still active on Dot2. Now, the final step. Dot2 is sending the instructions. Unreal is receiving the instructions. It knows what fixtures exist and how to translate the data. Finally, we need to tell the fixtures in the scene what they are. Let's head back to the scene. Let's start with the static heads. Select a static head. In the Details panel, scroll down to DMX. Set the DMX library to My First Show. Choose the first IRGB entry from the fixture patch. Let there be light. Your test sequence is now controlling the fixture. Congratulations! If this is the first time you've ever switched on a light like this, I'd love to know. Drop it in the comments. Addressing is great, but doing this for every individual light is tedious. Luckily, Unreal has a tool for this. Select all the remaining static heads in the order you want them addressed. I'm going left to right. Click DMX, Patch Tool. Set DMX library to My First Show. Select the second IRGB fixture because we already patched the first. Choose Address incrementally. Much faster. Let's make sure they're addressed correctly. Give each IRGB can a unique color. Back to Dot2. Fixture 1. Color. Remove green and blue. Press Fixture to go back to your fixture selection. Fixture 2. Remove red and blue. Fixture 3. Remove red and green. Back to Unreal. Yep, they're all different colors. Let's finish patching. Same technique for the moving heads. Select them left to right. DMX, Patch Tool. Choose Pointy 1. Address incrementally. Lastly, the 600 LED washers. Repeat the process but select the front lights last, purely preference. And there we go. Massive progress. Technically, this was the most difficult lesson. If you made it this far, I salute you. What a man. What an athlete. If you found this content helpful, consider subscribing so I know that this is the content I should focus on. We covered linking Unreal and the grandMA Dot2 with streaming ACN, creating a DMX patch and populating it with GDTFs, recreating the patch in Unreal, and assigning it to the correct lights. In the final lesson, we'll program the console, build a couple of nice looking scenes, and add the finishing touches to the stage.